So I got to meet Gugua and I asked him for a favor. He actually told me no. And that wasn't even painful. What I actually learned as a lesson was actually more beneficial as a result of that no. So here's the story of how I got to meet him and how it all went down. Let's get to it. A week before the event, I bought myself a ticket to the Beyond convention that Eric was organizing in Lagos. Along the week, I just challenged myself. I said, "Okay, what if I just do something that is audacious, push myself out of my comfort zone because I'm naturally that person that is always shy and always reserved and always to himself." So I said I was going to get Eric to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yeah, that was simply the challenge, but I had no idea of how I would do it and how it was going to go down. And I wanted to be the kind of person that takes advantage of opportunities instead of letting them pass by. When I got to the event, I noticed something. I was not just only the shy person, there were other people who were shy as me, but they had something. They had that audacity. I'll give you two examples. There was a girl, her name was Fedora, or her name is Fedora. She's this nervous and very, very shy person. I got to know her because she was actually at the front and Eric noticed her. But a quick backstory, she was upstairs where I was also upstairs, I was ushered upstairs, and she was it was time for question and answer, and she raised up her hand and she wants to ask a question. She There were a lot of people that was saying that they want to ask questions too, but she was so adamant that she wants to be heard, and she had that audacity. Remember, I said she's a very nervous person. She got picked and she got downstairs, and even when she was asking a question, she was so shy and she was so nervous. She got encouraged actually because people cheered for her. Even Eric cheered for her that this is how you become, come out of your comfort zone by actually doing the thing that you would normally not do. Similar story, there was another guy too who was so audacious. His own was actually a very very interesting one. He raised up his hand. He was like, I have a question, I have a question. At first people were like, what is this guy, why is this guy shouting, why is this guy like this? Even me, I was like, okay, you have a question, be touchy about it. But the guy was not, he was not touchy at all. He was like, I have a question, I have a question. But do you know what? Everybody started supporting him. Everybody at the point, everybody started cheering for him. Like, he has a question, let's listen to him, this and that. And he also got picked, and his question was also heard. And that actually, motivated me to be audacious and go and meet Eric and ask him and do the challenge I said I was supposed to do. You get what I'm feeling? So I was like, okay, at the end of the um event, I was going to go. I don't know how I'm going to do. I was going to go.
You've gotten strikes for all those things. That's not the platform. The question is, it's either you build resources, when I mean resources, I mean it can be human resources like a community, or you build the funding to actually build what you want to see. But at the end of the day, if you believe in something, you have to believe in it enough to just sweat.
So the event was over. Everybody was outside lining up to take pictures with Eric. This line was so long. I'm going to show you a video. This line was so long, and I was like, I don't really care. I'm going to take pictures with him. It got to the time I was about to take pictures with him, and I requested to take a picture. You know what? Let me just show you what happened. That had me thinking, why did he say that? Why did he reject? He was so stern when he said no. He was so stern, and I was like, wow. But I had to start thinking that, okay, why did he say that? Why did he reject like that? Then I understood that Eric is not just a person, he is also a brand. There are some things he stands for, there's some things he represents as a brand. If I was standing for something, if I represented something that was against his brand, let's take for example, I do bad things, or I speak bad things, or I say something that is not Eric doesn't agree with, and I get Eric to say subscribe to my YouTube channel. and that video goes viral, what would people think of Eric? Or what would, they won't understand that he does not know anything about me, he did not know anything about my channel, but all they will say is that Eric was endorsing, this guy that is doing bad things. There's some things you would have to reject. You can't stand for everything. You can't say yes to everything because you represent something. If you are building a brand, if you are building something, if you are becoming a brand, know what you stand for, know what you stand against, and make that boundary very, very clear to the people who are following you and to the people who are watching you. So have a clear principle, have a clear boundary, and know what you stand for. That was the lesson I learned, and many other lessons I learned from the Beyond Conversion, which was epic, which was so insightful. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's all right. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.